All right, guys, this is the Rambler, and holy shit, Peacemaker season 2, episode 8 was fucking trash. I told you, delusional ass fans. I said that Peacemaker season 2 was not as fucking good as season 1, and you thought I was hating. You thought I was a James Gunn hater. You thought I was insane. You thought I was a fool. But the only fools are you for being teased the idea that the last episodes from 6 to 8 were going to be amazing just because James Gunn said they were going to be. I'm not gonna lie, folks. I even believe the same thing. I'm not the biggest James Gunn hater, but after what I've seen, what has he been doing to the DC, starting with Superman, I'm honestly shocked and disgusted at how pathetic this finale was. It was a spit in the face. When you go on HBO Max, you see that, oh, guys, be ready for the twist. Hinting at a twist of the season 2, episode 8. I was expecting this big ass twist thanks to HBO Max, and it was pathetic. I couldn't believe what I just watched. Now, I will start off with the positives. I did love, the intro scene with Hardcore and Peacemaker. That was pretty cool. That really kept me engaged. It's also really nice to see Hardcore when she's super nice and is having a good time. Her smiling, really, at first I didn't get why James Gunn was attracted to her, but I see it. During those first, few minutes, her, having a good time with Peacemaker, easing up, being vulnerable. I like that. I fuck with that, right? Also good, positive was, Eagly, seeing how sad he was hiding in the corner of, when Peacemaker wasn't there while he was locked up. I like that. And, also the crew, the 11 kids, taking care of Eagly. I fuck with that, right? A couple of great also positives, where he come together, grab Peacemaker, basically tell him like, hey, we need you. You're like a good friend. Abayo, her emotional moments in the season, that was pretty cool. I fucked with that. Her basically breaking up with a girlfriend, saying, "Hey, this isn't gonna work. We're not good for each other." The emotional scene in that one was pretty good. Not gonna lie, can't hate on that. And also, the music choice was really good. So that wasn't bad. But let's get back to the fucking point how pathetic this episode was. This show is called Peacemaker, not Peacemaker and Friends. This whole episode basically revolved around Peacemaker's companions, Abayo trying to scheme up a plan. The one mutant metahuman chick, she's trying to scheme up a plan because she fucking, I guess, is scared as shit, right? She said she wasn't about being sent down to that spot, but I think she is. And also, this is why this fucking episode was trash. The whole, Rick Flag Sr., just his demeanor, just the way he was acting. You're telling me he was, basically when he saw, Lex Luthor in jail, that he was like totally against him. Now he's on his side. It just didn't make too much sense. And they don't really give enough reason for why he was, switching up. At first I was like, okay, well, maybe the twist is going to be that that's actually Lex Luthor, but it wasn't. That's not Lex Luthor. They did not show that. So he just switched up just like that just to get back at Peacemaker? Right? It was just so... God, I'm kind of pissed off. I can't believe I wasted an hour. I could have been sleeping to get ready for work, but holy shit. And then that ending. Right? They had this whole montage, I guess, Abayo and, her companions are, fucking creating like a security type of, job, and, that whole little thing, I was like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of cool. But then, Peacemaker gets snatched up and then gets sent to this fucking island of where metahumans are supposed to be. Just stupid, right? We don't even know if there's going to be a season 3 of Peacemaker, and you just leave it off on a cliffhanger like that. Where the fuck is Superman? Where the fuck are these other heroes? Why even bring in Green Lantern and Hawk Girl if you weren't gonna even use them? And this is the crazy part. Where the fuck is the goddamn brother? I could have swore on episode 7 he was supposed to come back and seek revenge for having for Peacemaker basically getting his dad and his other brother killed. But he never comes back. So what was the whole fucking point of this whole goddamn season? It's fucking stupid. Horrible writing. I'm so pissed at James Gunn. I'm really pissed. So we spent the whole season seeing how, a different world with his brother and his father, who I guess, with his father being nice and shit, whatever, not really a Nazi, but I guess a Nazi, and his brother being a Nazi, but also cool. We spent all this whole season with them, and then there's no payoff. Is he gonna come back on season 3? We don't know. We don't know. So what the fuck was the point of this season? They could have just did Rick Flag versus Peacemaker and still did the whole plot of, sending him down to, a different world. It was just stupid. And, the fucking going to different worlds and shit, no cameos, nothing. We get these little fucking monsters who are creepy as fuck, and they go around, fucking killing the soldiers. It's just stupid. Just stupid. And the whole Peacemaker and Hargrove thing, that's played itself out. You're telling me Peacemaker is really that committed to trying to get with Hargrove just because of that one fucking moment? I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I think it's forced. Just a season. It just was not good, guys. And you fucking delusional DC fans are gonna say how great the season is and how delusional I am. You are delusional. This season was ass. Pathetic. Pitiful. Can't believe I just watched this. Can't believe I wasted an hour thinking that this was gonna be fucking lit. The last couple minutes was gonna be amazing, but it wasn't. James Gunn fooled us again. All right, guys, this is Rambo, and I'll see y'all next video. Guys, I'm so pissed off right now. I can't believe I fucking wasted my time on this shit. Fuck this shit.